Good morning, my name's Duncan Beckwith and I've been asked to contribute and do one of the Advent devotions leading up to Christmas. So what does Christmas mean to me? Well, I suppose memories of Christmas take me back to my school days when I was at Mar College and took part in the senior choir, along with various other choirs and different music ensembles, the brass band and readings. We held a carol service for 2 nights in the parish church in Troon. The church was packed. Members of the community came along, parents, family members, and many former students back for the Christmas holidays. I can still remember the various music teachers moving up and down the aisle to lead their particular choir as they took part in the service. And George Murray, the head of music, playing the organ in the church with great gusto. It used to be said that Christmas in Troon didn't truly begin until the carol service happened. So Christmas surprises, that's I suppose is one of the things that I enjoy at Christmas time. Do you like surprises at Christmas? Or do you know what presents are under the tree already? Ladies, does your other half surprise you with a present that you didn't expect? Or do you have to give really big hints about what you like? Or maybe even have to buy the present yourself and then give it to your husband to wrap? I got a really big surprise last year when my daughter, who I was expecting back in January, appeared just before Christmas time. She'd been away and travelling in Australia and New Zealand for a year, so that was a lovely special surprise that Christmas. But it made me think as well of the Christmas so many years ago when Jesus was born and what we come to celebrate at Christmas time, and the surprises that happened then. And there were quite a number of surprises. First of all, there was Elizabeth and Zechariah. They were surprised to find that despite their age and medical condition, Elizabeth was pregnant with John the Baptist. Mary was surprised when the angel came to her and said that she was going to have a baby, despite being a virgin, who would be the Son of God. Joseph was surprised to find that the woman who was betrothed to him was pregnant. And as the story goes on, we find out that the shepherds were surprised by the angels who told them of the birth of Jesus. The wise men were surprised because they came looking for a king and went to the palace but couldn't find the baby Jesus there at all. And King Herod was surprised when the wise men came along looking for a king. But 2 people were not surprised about the birth of Jesus, and they were Simeon and Anna. They were at the temple when Mary and Joseph took the baby Jesus to be circumcised. And in Luke chapter 2 it says, Simeon took him in his arms and praised God, saying, Sovereign Lord, as you have promised, you may now dismiss your servant in peace, for my eyes have seen your salvation, which you have prepared in the sight of all nations, a light for revelation to the Gentiles and the glory of your people Israel. The child's father and mother marvelled at what was said about him. Then Simeon blessed them and said to Mary his mother, This child is destined to cause the falling and rising of many in Israel, and to be a sign that will be spoken against, so that the thoughts of many hearts will be revealed, and a sword will pierce your own soul too. There was also a prophet, Anna, the daughter of Penuel, of the tribe of Asher. She was very old. She had lived with her husband 7 years after her marriage, and then was a widow until she was 84. She never left the temple, but worshipped night and day, fasting and praying. Coming up to him at the very moment, she gave thanks to God and spoke about the child to all who were looking forward to the redemption of Jerusalem. What surprises will we have this year at Christmas? Will God surprise us in how he reveals himself to us? May we all be able to say that our eyes have seen your salvation. I'd like to end my brief thoughts on Advent this morning with a Christmas song from Graham Kendrick called You Came from the Highest. And some of the words say this: You came from the kindest to suffer the cruelest. You are the message of love. You came from the purest to die for the foulest. You are the message of love. Our God unrecognized, for ruined sinners crucified. In the bustle of Main Street, the noise and the concrete, make us your message of love. In the turmoil of nations or a heart's desperation, make us your message of love. Each step, each breath we take, yours is the love we celebrate. Can I wish you all a very happy Christmas?
We will sing your song, follow you forever. We will be your hands, reaching out again. Your song goes on and on. Your laughter breaks the silence. The season of your joy will never, never end. You came from the highest, reached down to the lowest. Oh, what a message of love. You came from the brightest to light up the darkest. Oh, what a message of love. Heaven's exalted King, homeless and poor in Bethlehem. And we will sing your song, follow you forever. We will be your hands, reaching out again. Your song goes on and on. Your laughter breaks the silence. The season of your joy will never, never end. Glory to God in the highest heaven. Glory to God in the highest heaven. Peace to the people on earth. Glory to God in the highest heaven. Glory to God in the highest heaven. Peace to the people on earth. Peace to the people on earth. You came from the kindest to suffer the cruelest. You are the message of love. You came from the purest to die for the foulest. You are the message of love. Our God unrecognized, for who is sinners crucified. And we will sing your song, follow you forever. We will be your hands, reaching out again. Your song goes on and on. Your laughter breaks the silence. The season of your joy will never, never end. In the bus on the main street, the noise and the concrete, make us your message of love. In the turmoil of nations, or a heart's desperation,